Welcome to Boys in the Burgh, the podcast all about Pittsburgh, these boys, and probably the thing that you all probably want to hear in the first place. Us talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, them Stullers.
My name is Chris Speranza.
Here we go. It's JJ Speranza.
And just like what I said, today we're going to give our quarterly report of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And turns out, looking at the listenership, I don't know how much you guys care about Greensburg or Wicked. I didn't see much. I didn't see much happening there.
You know what? There's a niche crew of people who are like, Westmoreland County, count me in.
So, also, if you are listening, you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Leave us a 5-star review. Leave us a comment. Do whatever you got to do. If you want to see us physically, we are on YouTube. And also, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And do me a favor. Subscribe, follow, do all the fun things that everyone tells you to do.
Look at our faces.
Yeah. So, before we get started with the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterly report, we are going to start doing a new segment every single time called
This Week in Pittsburgh History. History.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
I was going to do This Day in Pittsburgh History, but it turns out not too much happens on October 14th. So I made it this week instead.
Like October 14th, nothing happened. I don't know.
I mean, there are some special birthdays. So this week in Pittsburgh history, October 14th, 1644, William Penn, which Pennsylvania is named after, was born.
And also William Penn Highway of Route 22.
There you go. 1644 in London, and then he came to the United States, and a bunch of stuff happened with the colonies, and the whole state of Pennsylvania is named after him now. I wrote a whole thing, but it's okay. Go look him up. It's pretty cool. Other birthdays, we have Henry J. Heinz, October 11th, 1844, as we know from Heinz Ketchup.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I guess
one of our favorites.
Heinz Corporation, I guess. Did you know that he was German-American?
I don't know what ketchup would be. It's not Italian. It's not German. It's just American, I guess.
It's as American as a slice of, oh my gosh, American cheese on apple pie. Oh, that took a while to get there. Sorry, guys.
American cheese on apple pie. What?
That's a thing. That used to be a thing in the 50s and 60s.
That's weird. So those are birthdays. If you bounce up, today's the 14th. If you bounce up a day or two, is there anyone else's birthday that's coming up? Anybody you know who has a birthday that's coming up in the next day or two?
Well, yeah, the actor David Lewis has a birthday on October 19th. There's some jazz musicians, Art Blakely, Ray Brown. Your birthday, Christopher Speranza, October 16th, 1992 is coming up.
Yeah. And the reason why we're recording tonight is because we have a specifically themed birthday for myself, which is just me and Carissa, my wife. It is called Club 33, which is the club in Disney where there's one in each park, and it's for the richest of rich people. And so it's $100,000 entrance fee.
What
so
we
were
treating.
I'm here.
Just you and Carissa making burgers in the parking lot.
So we are celebrating Club 33 for me.
My brain went to that you're going there for some reason, but you're having a Club 33 themed party.
Correct. Yeah, we cannot afford to now. No.
That's exciting. I'm happy for you, man. I'm sorry I can't be there because I'm 500 miles away, but I hope it's a good time.
Don't worry. I'm sure another hurricane will come by.
I'll shoot you a Facebook message and be like, happy birthday.
Yeah. So, yep, we're going to be celebrating Club 33. I feel like one that's been used a lot is Nobody Likes You When You're 33, which is a play off of the Blink-182 song. No one likes you when you're 23.
I like that. That's a good one too.
Yeah. But I was as soon as I thought Club 33, it's a new era. Like, remember when people were always just like, hey, the work you do in your 20s is going to pay off in your 30s. And it's like, no, it's not. And then you're in your 30s and you're like, oh yeah, that kind of did pay off, huh?
That struggling was meant for something. It's once the career starts to work out, things kind of fall in the line. It's pretty nice.
So, all right, let's get into these stellars.
Wait. There's something else that happened that we just talked about 2 weeks ago. October 13th, 1960, at Forbes Field, the Pittsburgh Pirates played the
Game 7!
Yankees. Yes,
The Game 7! Good, talk about that again for people who haven't listened.
And we're gonna break this down eventually on our Oakland podcast episode. But October 13th, 1960, at Forbes Field, the Pittsburgh Pirates are playing the Yankees. And I did not write down any of the names, but this Pittsburgh Pirates won by a home run by, I forget the guy's name, but every year they do a celebration by the one wall that's left of Forbes Field, and they listen to the radio broadcast of it. And they did it this year. The Pittsburgh Pirate parrot was there. The pierogies were there. They had a big celebration. There was over 100 people there. It was a good time.
I want to say it's Bill Mazeroski, but I don't know if that's. I think that's too. I don't know if that's right or not.
Bill Maz. It sounds right. It sounds like a very Polish name.
Who hit the Game 7 World Series ball? I'm using ChatGPT, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
Against the Yankees. What year was that?
1960.
60 on the Pirates. And we're going to get our answer. The answer is Bill Mazeroski.
Mazeroski. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Must have been
boom.
Austrian.
He had a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 9th inning of Game 7 of the World Series against the New York Yankees, giving the Pirates a 10-9 victory.
That's right. And they celebrate every year by listening to that whole broadcast.
That's a very high-scoring game.
That is, especially for the 1960s. Also, October 13th, 1971 is the first ever Baseball World Series night game with the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Baltimore Orioles.
Do you know that one Shane Gillis joke where he's talking about just like here he is coming to the pitch. He's like he says just like he does nothing but drink alcohol and eat pizza. He's the most athletic. He's the best pitcher in the league.
Different time when peak male was just different.
Speaking of that, we're at peak Pittsburgh Steelers. It feels like right now. So I mean, I don't know how to really get into this. I really haven't watched much of the game, so I'm gonna give this to you to carry.
Have you listened to any of the broadcasts between J.J. Watt and Ian Eagle?
Maybe a little bit.
So they've been doing a lot of Steeler games recently, which has been fun because it's J.J. Watt, talking about his brother T.J. Watt. It is so much fun because Ian Eagle just keeps looking up at J.J. Watt, who's like 6 foot something, and Ian Eagle's like 5 foot something, and he's like, "Hey, watch your head there, buddy." The two of them are so funny together. When you get a chance to watch the replays, just watch them. You'll really enjoy it.
Yeah, and that must be really fun for him too, just watching his brother play on the field as well.
Oh yeah, it's a good time. It's the officiating's. I mean, not officiating. The
commentating.
Oh my gosh, thank you. The commentating is great. The games have been fun to watch. Aaron Rodgers threw for over 200 yards and 3 touchdowns in this past game against the Browns, and we beat a team into the ground that we should have beat a team into the ground, and that's what's exciting for me to watch.
So for me, I was at Ligonier Day on that game.
Nice.
Which I didn't want to do a whole episode on that because it's pretty much the Greensburg market, but in Ligonier. So but it's obviously on a scale where it's way bigger. And the pickled chef was there too.
Oh, get out of here with a line around the building, probably.
Mm-hmm, yep. So I watched a little bit of the game. We ended up sitting down, drinking some beer, and New Trail, which is the beer they have there, which is very good. We sat down, and I finally got to pull it up on my phone. And Chris Boswell, MVP of the first half, and Then we ended up walking around a little bit more, and then I was like, let me look at my phone because it was 9-3 for a while, and it said 23-6. That's what I like to see.
It's really great to see the Steelers dunking on people again because it's been a long time since we blew people out of the water.
So let's kind of start with the first game. So doing our quarter season thing. So first game, Steelers versus Jets, 34-32, which at the time was basically the game of the week.
Which that game was very much Steelers. Let's figure each other out. Let's see what it's like to play with each other. No pun intended. Like let's just try and figure out who we are as a team. And that was a rough game, but we won, so that's good.
Yeah, man, I've been on TikTok, and thank God TikTok was just like, hey, you need some notes? I'm like, yes, please. And they just sent me stuff and was just like, like they had Bill Cowher talking about the team, how it has been like the first one or two, you can even argue 3 games, they were ugly.
They
Like
were.
you start to question, like, you put this much money into this defense and this is what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like 32 points on the board from the Jets, a team that's now, we didn't know at the time, 0-6, and
They had 10 passing yards last week. Like they're so bad.
So like, you know, it was ugly. Like, even to a point, I'm at work, like, talking to my boss. I'm just like, our team sucks. And she's like, I know they suck. We were going back and forth talking about how much the Steelers suck. But isn't that part of the process of being a Steelers fan? Just saying that they suck, even though they're 4-1 or 5-1 right now?
4-1.
4-1. Even though we're 4-1 right now?
Well, it's very much the Steeler fan base way. Whenever things are going great, everything's great. Everyone is celebrating. We're going to go to the Super Bowl. We lose that next game. Fire Mike Tomlin. Fire the whole staff. No one belongs to be there. No one needs to be there. It's like, what? Have you ever listened to Mikey and Big Bob whenever they talk about the next day?
Facebook comments.
Yes. Oh my God. I love those so much. I used to listen to The Fan in the morning after a Steeler game, and now I listen to 96.1 because it's just more fun.
So that first game, it was just legendary. Back and forth, when everyone kept saying it was going to be a defensive battle and everything. And it kind of wasn't, because the final score was 34-32. The next game for the Steelers kind of didn't go as great. Seahawks winning 31-17. Finally getting their revenge from losing in Super Bowl 40.
But look at their team. Their team is so good this year.
They are good. And I do have that one wide receiver on my team, my fantasy football team for the Seahawks.
In Nambuka, that guy?
Yes, him.
That is baller. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, it would have been great if Malik Neighbors didn't get hurt either, but, you know.
Yeah, that would have been nice. There's been a lot
I would have had 2 number 1 wide receivers. Now I don't.
I've been very lucky with Josh Allen and John Robinson. They've been workhorses for me this year.
Josh Allen, what a beast.
He didn't do too good last night, but he's been really good.
Oh, yeah, they lost to the Falcons.
Mm-hmm. They sure did.
As I've been seeing on TikTok, this season is drunk.
Yeah, it's 2007. The Chargers have one of the best records. The Steelers, the Indianapolis Colts, like, what?
Daniel Jones! Like, what?
Indiana Jones.
Daniel Jones? What is Daniel Jones right now?
And then Baker Mayfield making a run for MVP. It's such a fun year. I love years like this.
Yep, years where the Chiefs look like they're out of it, and then they win the Super Bowl.
Oh, the Chiefs. I was kind of sad that they beat Detroit, but, you know, I always feel like as a Steelers fan, it's okay to cheer for not Baltimore. Oh my God. It's okay to cheer for the Detroit Lions and the Buffalo Bills. And they both lost, so that kind of sucks.
Okay, speaking of, like, the Steelers and, like, getting rid of players, and that we are doing good right now, but you know what would have made us great? Is if we kept George Pickens.
Oh, I mean, honestly, the dude is doing amazing down there with the Cowboys.
He is still like a crazy throwing his helmet kind of person, but I think he's only like that when the team's doing bad. And when he's doing good, I think CD Lamb's injured right now, isn't he?
One of them are. I don't know if it's Lamb or not, but
It
either
might be
way,
him.
he's getting a ton of looks right now.
He is, and I wish that Aaron Rodgers and George Pickens, DK Metcalf. We didn't even talk about that. DK Metcalf, they're finally using him.
Yes, in a great way too. DK is. I mean, I liked him when he was with the Seahawks because he had a good like, I'm going to take the ball to you attitude. He is so stinking good at being a wide receiver. Did you see they lined him up as a fullback?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
They lined him up as a fullback for one of the plays, and it worked.
Unreal. But I kind of wanted to go back and look at that Seahawks game, just kind of see what the Steelers were looking at. 195 yards passing that game. Seahawks had 278, rushing 72 yards for the Steelers, rushing 117 for the Seahawks. I think this game was a needed loss for the Steelers. A very eye-opening thing to happen for them to just be like, okay, we have all these targets. Why are we just getting 195? It's not terrible, but it's not great either.
No, but you're right. It was that wake up call too. You know what? We can do this. We can definitely win these games. We just need to figure our stuff out because if we play like this again, it's not going to work. And they figured it out.
Yeah. And then week 3 we have on here the Pittsburgh Steelers beating the New England Patriots 21-14. Knowing how the Patriots are now, I think that's lucky we won that game.
If I remember it correctly, it was a very rough game. Like there was a lot of penalty flags. There's a lot of calls going either way, and we won that one. But it wasn't like oh yeah, we won. It was like oh thank God we got that win.
That's why that game was crazy. I'm looking at it right now. The Steelers forced 5 turnovers. I remember because there was fumble after fumble after fumble. If the Patriots didn't fumble that many times, I think they would have had a chance. But it was just, I don't know what happened that game with that team. They just had bad juju that day. Speaking of that, you see Juju get punched in the face?
I did see that. Good old Juju still getting himself in trouble.
Oh,
just trying to stay relevant.
Oh, and he used to play for the Patriots. But yeah, that game, I think that game was a game where it was like, okay, our defense is good.
It solidified the defense, and it made the offense take a look at itself and force them to step up for the next game. Which, funny, we had all those turnovers in the Patriots game, but we crushed the Browns with 0 turnovers. I found that funny.
Yeah, and how about Myles Garrett saying that he was going to sack Aaron Rodgers? He had 0 sacks.
He sure did. Mr. $60 million contract couldn't even sack good old Aaron Rodgers, 41-year-old.
Is there any defensive players that you're noticing that are kind of like on your radar becoming stars, or any, like Patrick Queen is an obvious one, but are there any other ones that you're noticing
with the Steelers or in general?
Steelers.
Oh yes, Ramsey is. He's
Jalen Ramsey.
Jalen Ramsey's incredible. That guy is really making a name for himself on our team.
So, once again, I'll say this. Just like how the Steelers, if we had George Pickens and DK Metcalf, what if we had Jalen Ramsey and Minkah Fitzpatrick?
Here's the deal, though. If we didn't do what we did, we wouldn't have who we have now. Darius Slay, that whole crew, and they work really well together. So it's hard to say would Fitzpatrick fit well with the defense we have now, or is he a relic from what we were in the past couple of years?
That's true. That's something to think about. So, like we said, Steelers, Patriots, that was a game where it was just like, okay, we have a defense. They're very high paid for a reason. They're going to be good. And then week
Vikings,
4,
maybe.
Week 4 was a bye week. We had a really early bye week. I was surprised.
We played the Vikings, and then it was a bye week.
Oh, shoot, we did in Dublin. That's right.
Dublin.
Fun thing, one of my favorite podcasts I listen to, called the Disney Dish Podcast with Jim Hill and Len Testa. The one guy wasn't on the podcast like a week ago or something, and he was on the podcast this week, and he was just like, "Sorry guys, I was on a vacation in Dublin, Ireland for the Steelers and Vikings game."
He's a man of good taste.
Mm-hmm. So, Steelers Vikings. This was the day our sister got married.
Yep, it sure was.
Sorry, day after our sister got married.
Yes. So that day, my wife and I drove back to Wilmington from Pittsburgh, and I put on, because I have that YouTube. What is it, the NFL Sunday Ticket?
Red Zone.
No.
Oh, Sunday.
No. Sunday Ticket's more. But put Sunday Ticket on, watched every single game until we got home.
Oh, that must have made the drive nice.
It was such a great drive.
Man, I just liked that the game was at 9 a.m., and I want more games like that at 9 a.m. Steeler games. I don't want to watch the freaking, what was it, Broncos versus whoever.
The Jets.
Yeah, I don't want Broncos versus Jets. Like, we got to Ligonier Day early. I'm talking like 9 a.m., 9 or 10 a.m. when it opened, and we went to this bakery or whatever, and the game was on, and I'm like, this one? We're going with this? This is what's going to convert the Brits?
I just saw a thing that was like, this is what you get for losing the Revolutionary War. You get the Jets and the Broncos.
Steelers versus Vikings, I remember just listening to the game, but probably the most memorable thing that happened was I got to the venue to help Christy load up some stuff. And the minute I grabbed the box and went back to my car, which I still had running, all of a sudden all I heard was, "And DK Metcalf for 80 yards. Oh my goodness. You had to be here to see it." I'm like,
Yeah, that was amazing. That was like the game where our offense said, wait a second, we can make this work. We just need to figure this out. And DK stepped up big time.
It also showed how clutch the team is still, because I remember that game coming down to the wire also.
Oh yeah.
And just like the Steelers being able to hold it off. And just like the one video I saw today, Ben Roethlisberger is the closest, Aaron Rodgers is the closest thing to Ben Roethlisberger we've had in a very long time. Like,
as far as consistency goes, yeah, I agree with that.
Like, it wasn't Mitch Trubisky. He certainly wasn't the answer. No. Wasn't, I mean, I could go through all of them. Wasn't Mason Rudolph, even though he's still a backup. Definitely wasn't Kenny Pickett.
You mean the Super Bowl winning quarterback, Kenny Pickett?
Yep, Super Bowl winning quarterback, Kenny Pickett.
Who's with the Raiders right now?
He's gone again?
Yeah, he's with the Raiders now. He was traded. He's a backup for Geno Smith now.
Oh, my God. What a journey.
Journeyman.
Yeah. What else? Definitely wasn't Russell Wilson. We thought it was, and then he did terrible in the playoffs.
Did you see? So Jackson Dart is having the game of his life or the season of his life right now as a rookie, and he got hurt. Went to the blue tent to get checked out for a concussion, and Russell Wilson was in it for 2 plays. The crowd turned on him. The head coach ran into the blue tent and said, "Where the hell's Jackson Dart? Get him out of here!"
Oh, so it was the coach. I thought it was the running back that ran in there.
He did too.
The one everyone claims has CTE already.
Scataboo. Yeah, no, they both ran in there and screamed at the trainer and said, "Get him back out here."
Oh my God, Russell, what happened to you, man?
And they interviewed him and they were like, "Hey, man, so like you were booed off of the field. How'd that feel?" And he was like, "Oh, you have good days and bad days, but I'm still Mr. Whatever."
Mr. Unlimited.
What a goon.
But I remember, so first of all, let me mention this. Steelers versus Vikings, that's a former Super Bowl matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Steelers versus Seahawks, that's a former Super Bowl matchup. Steelers versus Patriots, a pretty important playoff matchup. And what was week 1? Steelers and Jets? No, Steelers played the Jets in the AFC Championship game.
Yep,
I think
sure did. A couple of years ago.
To get to Super Bowl 43.
Yeah, that's back when they were. Oh God, I forget who the quarterback was, but they were pretty good at that time.
Uh, Mark Sanchez.
Good
Yeah,
old
yeah, yeah.
Mark
We
Sanchez.
we don't have enough time to get into
Good
that.
old stabby
We don't have
stabby.
enough time to get into that. Oh my god, what a that's like the OJ story. It just keeps more details keep coming out, and it's like, holy crap. Uh, don't have enough time to get into that. So now we're at week 5. Basically, the Steelers were on a bye week. Back to my comment. That's an early bye week.
Yes, it is, and it was us and another team also had a bye week that week. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that affects the rest of this year. However, it did give time for Jalen Warren to get healthy, so it was good to have him back for the Browns game.
Well, okay. Jalen Warren was injured for the Vikings game.
Yeah,
I remember that because I have to be a Pittsburgh fan. I had the backup on my fantasy team,
you
and
had
his
Gainwell.
name. Yes, I had Gainwell. I had Kenneth Gainwell, and I was like, I don't know if I trust this. Not realizing that Aaron Rodgers just does drop down after drop down, and or what's it called, dump off, drop down.
Yeah, and you're in a
Um,
PPR league.
yes, I am. So that was 30 points I didn't get.
That sucks, dude. I'm sorry.
That did suck, but this is personal real quick, but did you see I beat our cousin Steve by 2 points?
I did see that. Did you see I'm number 1 in our fantasy football league right now because I beat the other number 1 guy,
Joe Banana, he's number 1.
Joe Banana, with his Joe Banana outfit.
I beat our cousin by 2 points. I was 60% chance losing, according to ESPN.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, okay, that's cool. Good win.
I know, right? And that leads us to week 6 off of the bye week. Isn't it weird to see like 4-1 and think we're a quarter of the way through the season? I don't believe it.
We're almost halfway through our fantasy football season.
I don't believe it. It feels like the season started yesterday. You know what I mean?
I do. I know what you mean, man. It's crazy how quickly it goes, but we're so excited for it to get here. Man, it's but luckily between college football and professional football, there's so much that goes on throughout the week.
Oh yeah, Pitt upset Florida State.
Yes, it was so great to see, and the Panthers won.
Yeah. Oh yeah, your Carolina Panthers. They are so hit or miss right now.
They are like Rico Dowdle. So not to go off on a tangent, but Rico Dowdle, I dropped him after week 4 because I was like, this guy's doing nothing. I'm not going to do anything with this guy. In the past 2 weeks, he's had nearly 40 points each game.
Well, that sucks. But we all have our drops. I dropped Jordan Love and picked up Caleb Williams, which I still think is a good choice.
You dropped Love.
I dropped Love, even though I drafted him because I was like, I like him. And then I dropped him.
I mean, I respect that. That's fair. Anyway.
Yeah.
Going into bye week. So then the next week.
Steelers 235 passing yards and 100 rushing yards against the Cleveland Browns. That is a stat I like to see.
Mm-hmm.
Total of 335 yards.
Against the number 1 defense.
I think we're going to see at least a 300-yard performance from Aaron Rodgers this year. I don't know when, but we're going to see it.
I think we're going to see a 400-yard performance. I think there's going to be one game where he just goes off, and it's whenever we have Calvin Austin back and the whole crew's healthy.
Yeah, what is up with this season? Everyone getting hurt.
So the Pittsburgh Steelers are the healthiest team in the AFC right now.
Let's talk about that real quick. So let me get to the standings. The last 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks, Cincinnati, Baltimore, and Cleveland went 0-6.
Wait, what? Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay.
They lost 2 games in a row each.
I thought you meant like each of them were 0-6. I was like, I don't think that's right.
Steelers, number 1 in the division, 4-1. Cincinnati, which we're going to have to play Joe Flacco.
Yeah, on a Thursday night.
I don't like that. I don't, I don't like that because you know what happens when washed up quarterbacks decide to play the Steelers. May I go back to Terrell Pryor of the Oakland Raiders, I think it was at the time, and how he lit up the Steelers and ran a 99-yard touchdown on the first play.
But is it a defense that we have now that can stop that though?
I don't know. Steelers usually like to have quarterbacks that are washed up, lighted up. So
Dude, this time around we have Nick Herbig, Alex Highsmith, T.J. Watts, and our line. Just everybody that does pass rushing is incredible this year. Rush, oh my gosh, you know what I'm trying to say. Like they get to the
I
quarterback
know
so
what you're trying to
quick.
say.
Like you got to be a quick quarterback to get around them, and I don't think anyone's quick enough right now.
And also, our special teams coach chews a lot of gum.
He does, and he loves it.
Yeah. And our special teams is good this year.
It is. It's so good to see. We were good last year too.
Yeah. Please, everyone, ignore the one play where this new stupid kickoff rule, which is the reason why we lost to the Seahawks, where the guy touched it and then we thought it was going to be a touchback.
I forgive him for that. It's a weird role. It's the first year they're doing it. Like the guy's so used to college football, he's a rookie. Just it's okay.
Yeah, look at us. We're 4-1 now. So Steelers 4-1, Cincinnati 2-4, Baltimore 1-5, which is the shock of the year, and Cleveland 1-5. Is Lamar Jackson injured? I haven't been keeping track of the Ravens.
Yes, and Cooper Rush has been playing in his spot.
Obviously not going well. So
no,
Steelers are.
Derrick
Oh,
Henry.
sorry, go ahead.
No. Derrick Henry's been fumbling the ball. He's been being stopped at the goal line. None of their wide receivers are getting any reps. Like they're getting reps, but they're not catching the balls. They're not getting the balls thrown to them. It's a rough season for the Ravens.
So, I don't think there's a chance. Knock on wood. This is hardwood everywhere. Knock on wood. I don't think there's a chance any of these teams catch up with their injuries.
It sure doesn't seem like it. Like there are some teams like the Lions who have a lot of injuries, but their guys are like hurt. They're going to come back in a week or two. The Ravens are like they're losing guys like to hamstring injuries. They're going to be gone all year.
Yeah, and I don't think the Steelers are going to go 16-1. I think we're going to have a solid. I think we're going to have a solid 3-game losing streak somewhere.
Hopefully, it's not a 6-game losing streak.
Yeah, is that what happened last year?
Was it last year we won like 6 in a row and then we just started losing all of them?
Probably. But yeah, I feel a solid 3-game losing streak. But other than that, if we have a 3-game losing streak, what's that put us at? 18, 17, 16, 15. So like 14-4, 13-4, whatever.
Do you think we're going to be that good this year?
I think we're going to be better than 500.
I hope you're right. I really do. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
It's been a fun year. It hasn't been this fun since Roethlisberger was in his prime. So it is so much fun this year so far.
All right, let's do a lightning round. Knowing what we know now, I'm going to name off the rest of the season, and you say win or lose. Okay?
Let's do it. Are you
All
also going
right.
to participate?
Hmm?
Are you also going to participate?
I'll participate as well.
Okay.
All right. My birthday, the 16th. Steelers Bengals.
Steelers.
When? Steelers Packers.
Oh man, I think Steelers because we're going to shut down Jordan Love.
I think this is where the 3-game losing streak begins because you'll see the rest of the teams. So I'm going to say lose. All right. Colts Steelers.
Should we be writing this down?
No.
Colts, just because Indiana.
It's on record.
Indiana Jones is going to crush us.
Yeah. I'll say lose. Steelers Chargers.
I feel like we'll squeak that one through. I feel like we'll win that.
I think that'll complete the trilogy. I think that'll be the 3rd loss in a row. Right. Bengals Steelers again.
Steelers.
Steelers. Steelers Bears.
I'm going to say the Bears.
You know what? That's a gutsy choice. We need that.
Like the Bears showed up big time last night, and they beat the Commanders, who's a really good, versatile team. So I don't know. The Bears may have something going for them right now.
All right, I got a good lineup, so this is going to be surprising. So I'll go with the Bears also. Next game, Steelers Bills.
Bills.
I'm going with the Steelers.
Oh, okay.
Just as a change, like they're like, all right, we got to get back on track. Maybe the Bills think we're a trap game. You know what I mean?
Oh, maybe so. That's true.
Yeah. All right, Steelers Ravens.
I'm gonna say Steelers, but like if Lamar
By
Jackson
3.
by 3. Oh yeah, that's right. They're gonna win by 3 points.
Always by 3.
There's gonna be a couple close games for sure. That's gonna be one of them.
Steelers Dolphins.
Steelers.
Steelers Lions.
Lions.
Yeah, I'll go with the Lions just because we need that game to bring us down to earth before the last 2 games.
Yeah.
This will probably be the stretch where it'll be like, are we going to make the playoffs? Steelers Browns.
Man, Brown. I mean, now if Shador Sanders is playing at that time, who knows? But I'm still gonna say Steelers right now.
I'll say Steelers, and then Steelers Ravens.
Steelers.
I'm gonna say, yeah, I'll go with the Steelers. I'm gonna say Steelers, but they sit their starters.
Yeah, I agree with that. And that would be cool too. Like if we hit a point where we're in the playoffs, we can sit our starters. That'd be fantastic.
So I don't know what that bring our record to. So what did I say? So they're 4-1 right now. So that would be Bengals 5. Then I say they lose to the Packers, Colts, Chargers 5-1, 5-2, 5-3, 5-4. See, that seems accurate. Does not seem like a Steelers record.
That does. That really does.
5-4. Then they become 6-4. I'll put my hands up. And then they'll lose to the Bears 6-5, and then beat the Bills 7-5, beat the Ravens 8-5, Dolphins 9-5, 9-6. Beat the Lions, beat them 10-11. So it'd be 11-6 if it's what I predict.
And I feel like that's a fair estimate. I feel like that's overestimating.
Mm-hmm. I shocked myself. I was just like, this seems like the pattern of a Steelers season.
I do have a question for you though. Who has been your favorite team to watch that's not the Steelers so far this year? Like who's been the most exciting team?
Oh, it's got to be the Colts.
Okay, I respect that.
Because they're my second home, Indianapolis. So I mean, every time I've tried to watch a fantasy game, and it hasn't been the same this year. It's hit or miss. Like James Cook, I tried watching that game last night. He didn't do anything. So I just stopped watching the game.
I had Bijan Robinson last night. He did a pretty good job running that 81-yard touchdown.
That is true. I did see that. That was awesome. What's your team?
I'm in a mix. I have a couple teams I'm watching right now just because they've been so much fun. I feel like the Colts are great, and I unfortunately wouldn't put them on my list, but I'm very happy for them. The Giants have been fun to watch.
Shout out to Anthony Revis. He probably doesn't listen to this, but he is the only man I know that was a Giants fan that worked in a Pittsburgh Steelers store in the Strip District.
They've been Jackson Dart and Cameron Skibido, whoever his name is. They are just electric, and it's bringing back good vibes for that team, and I feel like they need that. Them and the Buccaneers have been so much fun to watch.
Get them smelling salts out.
Oh my! Baker Mayfield, whenever he busts out these like 15-yard runs and he gets up and goes, yeah, I just want to like run through a wall for him.
Did you see they did a little like animation of his career?
I did. He like wrecks into a iceberg and like falls in the water.
I forgot he played for Carolina. Like they rattled off these teams. It was like Cleveland, then Carolina, which I forgot, And then the Rams, which was a story of the year because he like went in knowing like nothing about the team and then won the game decisively. And now the Buccaneers.
It's been great. That game or those couple games out in Los Angeles is what got him the job in Tampa Bay. So I'm just happy for him, man, because I always liked him when he was in Cleveland. I like the State Farm commercials he did. So like I'm just happy he's doing something fun.
Yeah, he's a good man. So we'll keep a watch for those. So I mean, the Steelers do get to play the Colts, and I don't see any Giants on here, and I don't see any Buccaneers on here. But
Thank God.
oh, played the Buccaneers in the preseason.
Yeah, we did. I forgot about that.
Yeah, doesn't count though.
Nope.
Preseason never counts. I don't care what anyone says. Preseason does not count.
Just like that 70-yard field goal from Jacksonville Jaguars didn't count.
Yep, Cam Little, who's on my fantasy team, who had -1 points for me. Thank you.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, but anything else you want to add about the Steelers season?
Chris Boswell better not slip again and miss a field goal again, because that was like, he missed?
What? Impossible.
But besides that, I'm feeling optimistic. It's fun to watch. It feels good to talk about them and not be like, oh, the Steelers. It's I don't know how it is up in Pittsburgh, like the feel of the city, but the feel from down here is that like things are looking good.
Right. When do you want to talk about this again? How about after the Steelers play the Chargers? That'll be November 16th, and that'll be about 8 games in.
That sounds good. Oh, yeah, and then I'll be seeing you at the end of that month.
Thanksgiving in Myrtle Beach, baby.
Yeah, man. It'll be so much fun.
Yeah, I'm going to see the gay dolphin.
You are going to see the gay dolphin. You're going to buy a bunch of stuff there.
I'm excited. The gay dolphin's a merchandise shop. Okay, people. So,
yeah. Don't be rude, guys.
Yeah, don't be rude. So, all right. So, yeah, we'll be in Myrtle Beach around that time. So, well, yeah, we will, because it says 11/23. I don't even know when Thanksgiving is. They change it every year.
It's like the 29th this year, 23rd or the 30th.
Yep. So it looks like whatever it is around that time, Steelers versus Bears and Steelers versus Bills. So it'll be a fun time regardless.
Indeed, it will. I can't wait. I'm excited.
Matt. So, okay. Well, that is our episode for today. And, yep, make sure to listen along on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I already said it in the beginning, YouTube, all that fun stuff. So I've been Chris.
I've been JJ, and thank you guys for listening, for watching, for commenting, for everyone out there who gives us advice. Not advice, but like, stuff for us to talk about. We just thank you. We love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And wish me a happy birthday in 2 more days.
That's right. You better.
October 16th. I don't know when this comes out. So, yep. And we'll see you